Oh man. Well, that's a bad start. Forgot to add myself so you didn't hear me. Okay, we're getting our last training stream in for the week here. We did GIMP, we did DaVinci, and now we're doing Ableton. I am extracting the installer here. And while I'm doing that, let's find the old video, find where we were at. There's this guy from way back when. Share this tab. Okay, let's see what he has to say. Hello, everybody. It's chaos at my house. My friend Derek came to visit, which I love you, Derek. Love you. 11 months ago. Last time Derek was here. I'm trying to push through. This Derek's is my New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution. Okay. And then life happens. So, let's find, this was on a Mac when I did this last. Now I'm on Windows. This was Live 11 Manual English PDF. So let's find that. Live 11 Manual English PDF. That's the one. Download PDF. Version 11. There's now version 12. So we started with 11. Let's finish with 11. Once we're done with 11, we'll do what's new in 12 and 13. That should catch us up. This one's 867 pages, though. This will keep us busy for a while. There it is, the 11 manual. Let's see what's new. Like if you do version 12, what does it say? Is there a what's new in version 12? No. In version 11, there is. What's new in 11? Okay, well, what's new in 11? If you go to 12, there's no what's new in 12, unless they put it at the bottom, and they did. So we started with 11. We're going to finish with 11. Let's see if we have Ableton installed yet. Agreed to the terms. I will say Ableton is super nice about giving you a version of Live Lite. If you have any, pretty much if you're into music at all, you probably have a piece of equipment laying around, an interface or a keyboard. That came with a free version of Ableton Live Lite, and you can just send them a message and they'll send you a link. Okay, so let's see where I'm starting in this. It's mainly just because it makes me afraid and slightly ashamed to mention this, so that's why I lean into it. There's various ways to help the channel in the description. Everybody knows that. Who's this guy? I was thinking, this guy asking for money? Disgusting. All right. Okay. So, once again, this is just to help me learn. But if for some crazy reason this entertained you, it's mainly just. How did I do this last time? Was I using? Afraid. I don't think I was using StreamYard.
Up and down.
Okay. I think I got that. So when you're looking back next time you do this, hopefully next Thursday, you're on page 119, arrangement view, section 6.6, moving and resizing clips. All right. So that's what we're going to start. 6.6, moving and resizing clips. I don't know what I was using to share with that, but it looked good. Probably OBS, I would imagine. Okay. Let's open. Let's find 6.6. $6.6. $16.6. Nope, 6.6. Moving and resizing clips. There we go. Keep that over there. Let's see if we can put Ableton setup progress. It's still setting up. All right. Getting there. I got one person watching this. God bless you. I don't expect anyone to watch this. This is just to keep me accountable. So still setting up. As soon as it gets installed, I am going to use StreamYard to see. I think how I did it before was, I bet I used OBS and I had this. So we're at 3 minutes in full screen, and then I had the manual in full screen. And then use the file manager. Did I swap? How did I swap between them? And dropping into the bar. Okay. Yep, that's what I did. Title bar. I made them both full screen. Into the current project label in the browser. Is the file sample maybe like that? You the file manager. That worked pretty well. Maybe like that. You can then use the file management tool. Going with that. All right. Okay. It says stream status good. So where I'm going with that. All right. So last time we were at 5.12 file management. Interesting. FAQ. There's so many different ways to set this up. On Windows, I'm trying just StreamYard for now, but we'll see how it shares the. Oh, see if it will share the audio from live. Okay. Ableton Live 12 bundle. Yes, I want to allow it to do that. Please take a moment. Okay, authorize it. Okay, it's authorized. Almost set up. I love when it says 100% set up and it's not 100% set up. Loading, loading, loading. Okay, this will be a good opportunity to see See if I can open this in Brave so I don't have to rep Microsoft stupid crap. Yeah. There it is. Moving and resizing clips. 6.6. All right, let's see if I can share the whole screen. Yes. Ugh, okay. There we go. That should do it. And let's put this over here. There we go. All right. Present, stop, present, share screen again. Share entire screen. There we go. Oh, I also want to share system audio. Let's see if that works. Okay, now let me see if this goes through over here. Let's try to make this bigger. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's see if we can hear that through the phone. Sounds good in my headphones.
What I need couldn't get here faster. Chase my dreams just to wake up after. Run it back, time I wasted, time I had, one after one. It's a hourglass, all my patience, everlasting, no. Memories I'm diving head first. You know I can't breathe through the sound of laughter. Run it back, time I wasted, time I had, one after one. It's a
okay, let's see what this sounds like.
all my patience, everlasting, no.
That sounds okay. That sounds okay. I think it'll work. All right, let's keep reading through the manual. Moving and resizing clips. A piece of audio or MIDI is represented in the arrangement view by a clip setting at some song position in one of Live's tracks. 13 minutes. Moving a clip. Dragging a clip moves it to another song or position. Arrangement view. So I need to switch over tab to arrange. No. Oh my goodness. Click here, hit tab. Now I'm gonna nope. That's arrangement view. So he's just saying click and move it around. That's all it's saying. Okay. And you can make it longer like that. Yep. Got that. Dragging a clip's left to right edge changes the clip's length. Clips snap to the editing grid as well as various objects in the arrangement, including the edges of other clips, locators, and time signature changes. To slide the contents of a clip within the clip's boundaries, hold Control-Shift Windows or Alt-Shift Mac while dragging the clip's waveform or MIDI display. To bypass grid snapping, hold down Control-Alt-Shift Windows, Control-Alt-Shift Window. Wow. I'll drag. Okay. Yeah, now it doesn't snap. And what's this other one do? I don't want that. I don't want that. Control Shift Windows. Control Shift Windows. Okay. All right. 6.7 audio clip fades and crossfades. The beginning and end of audio clips in the arrangement view have adjustable volume fades. Additionally, adjacent clips on the same audio track can be crossfaded. Fade controls are always available for audio clips, provided that the tracks containing those clips are at least 3 units tall. Note, if a clip's track is too small, you can simply adjust the height of the track until the fade controls appear. To access the fade controls in an audio clip, simply hover over that clip with the mouse. If automation mode, page 357, is enabled, you can momentarily toggle the fade controls by holding the F key while hovering over an automation lane. Here's what you can do with the fade controls. Click and drag the fade in and fade out handles to change the length of the fade. The fade in start and fade out end handles allow you to change the duration of the fade or in fade out without affecting the fade peaks. However, fade edges cannot move beyond fade peaks. Click and drag the fade curve handle to change the shape of the fade's curve. Simply hover over that click with the mouse. So I need to make this, let's work on vacuum. That's not, let's try find an audio. Vocals should be, there we go. Can I zoom in on this, like this, and maybe move to find the vocal. There's a vocal. Click it, F. Fade, like that. I guess I can fade. Solo this and try to play it. See if I can hear the fade.
Hey, hey.
Maybe fade out like this. Yeah, probably. See what that does.
Run it back.
And let's try to fade this one in. Like that.
Time I wasted, time I had, one after one. It's a hourglass. All my patience never lasts.
I don't understand what this does. I guess where you fade it in, how much, probably. Yeah.
All my patience never lasts. No.
That's cool. I feel I figured that out. However, fade edges cannot move beyond fade peaks. Okay. Click and drag the fade curve handle to change the shape of the fade's curve. I did that. You can also set the length of a fade by selecting a range of time within the clip. That includes the clip's beginning or end and executing the create fade in out command in the create menu. Okay. Adjacent audio clips can be crossfaded. Creating and editing crossfades is similar to creating and editing start and end fades. Click and drag a fade handle over the opposite clip's edge to create a crossfade. Like this. It's not adjacent. What if I move it here? It will not let me. What if I do it like, oh, there we go. Now we're getting some crossfading action. I guess.
Hey, hey, hey.
I kind of understand that. Click and drag the slope handle to adjust the shape of the crossfade. Okay, not much of a crossfade there, but we get the idea. To adjust the shape of the crossfade's curve. Okay. Select a range of time that includes the boundary between the adjacent clips and execute the create crossfade command from the create menu. Okay. Maybe like that. Create crossfade. Okay. Did something. Let's control Z it. Oh, yeah. I'll pick the part I want. Create crossfade. And it puts the crossfade right there.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's cool. All right. Looks like that. Selecting a fade handle and pressing the delete deletes the fade. Delete. No, that's backspace. Delete. Maybe that's not a crossfade. This is definitely a crossfade. Delete. Delete. I think I deleted it. Click that. Delete. There it goes. Deleted. Unless the create fades on clip edges is enabled in the record warp launch preferences. Create fades on clip edges. Record warp launch preferences. Record warp. I don't even know where record warp launch preferences is. Looks like settings. Record warp. Create fades on clip edges. Okay. Well, it's probably good. We probably want declicking phases. In this case, pressing delete returns the fade handle to a default length of 4 milliseconds. With this option enabled, new clips in the arrangement view will have these short declicking fades by default. Okay, well, that's good. I don't want clicks, so got that on. Automatically create short fades at clip edges. Another result of enabling the create fades on clip edges option is that adjacent audio clips will get automatic 4 millisecond crossfades. These can be edited just like manually created crossfades. Okay. I must be this like that. You can see it right there, that little crossfade right there. If I really zoom in. I bet that's it. The 4 millisecond crossfade. Four milliseconds. It's not very long. No. Right there. Okay. How am I looking? Can I see it? Yep, I can still see it. Okay. There's some limits to the length of fades and crossfades. Fades cannot cross a clip's loop boundaries. Okay. A clip's start and end fades cannot overlap each other. Okay. When a fade handle is selected, a dotted black line will appear on the relevant clip to indicate the limit for that fade handle. I don't know what that is. This is especially helpful when editing crossfades. Okay. Because one clip's loop boundary may be hidden under the other clip. Crossfade. I don't know exactly what. There it is, the dotted line. Okay, I see it. Note that fades are a property of clips rather than the tracks that contain them, and are independent of automation envelopes. Page 353. 6.8, selecting clips and time. With the exception of moving and resizing clips, arrangement editing in live is selection based. You select something using the mouse, then execute a menu command. Cut, copy, paste, duplicate on the selection. This editing method lends itself to an efficient division of labor between the two hands. One hand operates the mouse or trackpad, while the other hand issues the keyboard shortcuts for the menu commands. The menu eventually is only used as a reference for looking up the keyboard shortcuts. Here is how selection works. Clicking a clip selects the clip. Yep. Clicking into the arrangement background selects a point in time, represented by a flashing insert marker. Right there. The insert marker can then be moved in time with the left and right arrow keys. Or between tracks via the up and down keys. Holding Control while pressing the left and right arrow keys snaps the insert marker to locators. Okay. And the edges of clips in the selected tracks. Okay. Or track or tracks. Clicking and dragging selects a time span. Yes, like this. To access the time within a clip for editing, unfold its track by clicking the plus button, this thing, next to the track name. Note that selected tracks can also be unfolded by pressing the U key. U, unfold. Cool. Adjusting an unfolded track's height like this. Clicking and dragging in the lower half of the clip's waveform or MIDI display allows you to select time within the clip. You can adjust the height of the unfolded track by dragging the split line below the unfold track button, or by using the Alt plus, Alt minus shortcut keys. This yes, indeed. You can also resize the height of a track by pressing Alt while using a pinch gesture on a supported trackpad or touchscreen. I don't have a trackpad on Windows. I'm just using the mouse. To resize all tracks in the arrangement view at once, hold Alt while resizing a single track. Oh, okay. You can also unfold all of your tracks at once by holding down the Alt modifier when clicking the plus button. Yep. Or by using the Alt U shortcut. Clicking on the loop brace is a shortcut for executing the edit menu's select loop command. Let's see where the loop brace is. Right there. Which selects all material included within the loop. Holding Shift while clicking extends an existing selection in the same track or across the tracks. That didn't really work. You can also hold Shift and use the area keys to manipulate the selection. Yep, arrow keys, like that. Press the 0 key. Pressing the 0 key deactivates the selection of material. Huh, that's interesting. Even if it contains multiple clips, note that pressing the 0 key while a track header is selected will deactivate that track. Like this. Oh, interesting. Or reactivate it. It is possible to reverse a selection of audio material, even if it contains multiple audio tracks. To do this, select the range of time you want to reverse and choose the reverse clip command from the clips. Okay. This one, reverse. Right click. Reverse clips, or press the R button. Let's see, Alt unfold. Okay, they're being reversed. Let's see what that sounds like. I can find where to play the dang thing.
No memories, I'm diving head first.
Reverse.
On the silhouette, snitch it from a silhouette. Listen on what's the no west. Let's see what mess.
Interesting.
No memories are.
Okay. Note that it isn't possible to reverse a selection that contains MIDI clips. It isn't, huh? Well, that looks like a lie. Looks like they fixed that. You can use the left and right arrow keys to nudge a selection of material in either direction. Like that. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh. And I am tired. Stayed up too late playing games. I had to wake up, do Thanksgiving. It's rough. We can push through. We're on a streak. We're not gonna mess up our streak. 37 minutes. We can do 23 minutes. We can do it. I believe in us. I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. I plugged in my Ethernet cable. So it should be good. All right, let's keep reading. Using the editing grid 6.9 to ease editing, the cursor will snap to grid lines that represent the meter subdivisions of the song. Tempo. The grid can be set to be either zoom adaptive or fixed. You can set the width of both zoom adaptive and fixed grid lines using the right-click, control-click context menu available in either the arrangement view track area or the clip view display. Adaptive grid, narrow, wide, medium. Okay. I don't really see that there. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. The following shortcuts to options menu commands allow quickly working with the grid. Use Control-1 to narrow the grid, doubling the density of the grid lines from 8th notes to 16th notes. Use Control-2 to widen the grid, halving the density of the grid lines. For example, from 8th notes to quarter notes. Use Control-3 to toggle triplets mode. This would, for instance, change the grid from 8th notes to 8th note triplets. I don't really see a change with that. Maybe I'm not looking at it right. Use Control-4 to turn grid snapping on and off. Oh, it goes to dotted lines. When the grid is off, the cursor does not snap to meter subdivisions. No, it doesn't. You can free form. That's cool. And Control-5 to toggle fixed and adaptive grid modes. Sixteenth note grid. Okay. The current spacing between adjacent grid lines is displayed in the lower right corner of the arrangement view or clip view. I see that. I see that down there, 1/16 right now. And then if you hit Control 1 or Control 2, 8/1, 16/1, 32/1, 4/1. You can hold down the Alt modifier while performing an action to bypass grid snapping. If the grid is already disabled, the modifier will temporarily enable it. Hold Alt, and then, so that's grid snapping. You hold Alt and it turns off grid snapping. So you can like grab that, hold Alt, now your grid snapping's off, so you can get a weird little, or you can put snapping back on like that. Cool. Ableton's all about snapping it into time, but Alt key turns that off. 610, using the ... time commands. Whereas the standard commands like cut, copy, and paste only affect the current selection, their ... time counterparts act upon all tracks by inserting and deleting time. I'm teaching myself to use this music software. Why am I YouTubing it? It just helps keep me accountable so I can see how far I've gotten. And by doing it in public, it forces me to do an hour of work on it because people are watching me.
What happens when you don't do it?
Well, then have you ever told yourself you wanted to do something and then you didn't do it and you felt bad about it? So I just feel bad about it. But if I do it, I feel like I accomplished something. So I'm on 6.10 using the ... time command. Whereas the standard commands like cut, copy, and paste only affect the current selection, their ... time counterparts act upon all tracks by inserting and deleting time. Their ... time counterparts. Yep, I'm still on. Any time signature markers within the selected region will also be affected. Cut time cuts a selection of time from the arrangement, thereby moving any audio or MIDI on either side of the cut area closer together in the timeline. This command reduces the length of your arrangement by whatever amount of time you have cut. Note that the cut time command affects all tracks, not only the selected ones. Okay. A gap between clips has been cut by first selecting it left, then executing the cut time command. So let's say like I cut this part. I don't even know where that is. Edit, cut time, Control-Shift-X, like that. Okay, I see that. And then paste time places copied time into the arrangement, thereby increasing its overall duration by the length you copied. So let's say Control-C, edit, paste time. Yeah. Duplicate time places a copy of the selected time span into the arrangement. Duplicate time places a copy of the selected time span into the arrangement, thereby increasing its overall duration by the length of the selection. Let's select 4 bars so we can see it. Edit duplicate time. Yep, sure enough. Delete time deletes a selection of time from the arrangement. What's the difference between cut time and delete time? Thereby moving any audio or MIDI on either side of the deleted area closer together in the timeline. This command reduces the length of your arrangement by the amount of time you've deleted. Note that the delete time command affects all tracks, not only the selected ones. So let's say I pick that, edit, delete time. What's the difference between that and cut time? I can't really tell the difference, but insert silence inserts as much empty time as is currently selected into the arrangement before the selection. Edit. Insert silence. Right there. That's cool. I'm getting it. It's helpful. I don't know the difference between cut and delete time, but I'll figure that out later on, I guess. Google it. 6.11 splitting clips. It's interesting. Sometimes you can read like how to do something in the actual manual, and then you still need to Google what that means. 6.1, you can tell I'm struggling today because I am like checking this every time I do it. 47 minutes. Okay, 13 minutes left. 6.11, splitting clips. The split command can divide a clip or isolate part of it. To split a clip in two halves, do the following. Unfold the track. So we've got vacuum here. That's unfolded. You unfold it like this, or Control U. I learned that. I think it's going to, nope, just U. Yeah. In the waveform or MIDI display, click at the position where you want the clip to be split. You know what? Instead of, I'm going to hold Alt and click right in the middle and see if it'll do that, like that. Execute the split command. Edit. Split, which is Control E. It sure enough did split it right down the middle. See that? It's hard to even pick them. And it worked. To isolate a part of a clip, do the following. Unfold the track. Did that. In the waveform or MIDI display, drag a selection over the part of the clip you want to isolate. Let's say I want to isolate this middle part. Execute the split command to divide the original clip into 3 pieces. Okay. I don't really know what that did. I guess these are like 2 parts of a clip, maybe. And then if I split it, it becomes splits it up more, I guess. I don't know. Consolidating clips. The consolidate command replaces the material in the arrangement view selection with 1 new clip per track. This is very useful for creating structure. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think. Oh, like that. Yeah, so you can, I see that. Suppose you have, by editing or improvising, come up with a layout of clips that sound good in arrangement loop mode. I love my little girl. She sees me doing music stuff until she goes and starts playing the piano. I love her. Oh, my sweet Molly. Okay. Tuning groove pool. I don't know what that means. It must be new. Interesting. Okay. Suppose you have, okay, sound good. Suppose you have, by editing or improvising, come up with the layout of clips that sound good in arrangement loop mode. Selecting that part of the arrangement, for instance, by using the edit menu's select loop command, and then executing the consolidate command, creates a new clip that can be treated as a loop. You can now, for instance, drag the clip edges to create more repetitions like that. Yeah, I get it. You might also want to drag the new loop via the session view selector into a session view slot for real-time arrangement purposes. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think I know what it means. Anyway, let's say I want to consolidate these three. Like that. And then hit edit, consolidate. So Control J. Control J. Let's try Control J. There it is. Now it's one clip. And you can repeat it like that. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe you got to pick it like that. Oh, that's the end, I guess, maybe. I don't know why it's not letting me loop it. Whatever. I think it means like this, and then put it like that. Maybe. Okay. When operating on audio clips, consolidate actually creates a new sample for every track in the selection. The new samples are essentially recordings of the time warping engine's audio output prior to processing in the track's effect chain and mixer. Hence, the new sample incorporates the effects of in-clip attenuation, time warping, and pitch shifting, and of the respective clip envelopes, page 367. However, it does not incorporate the effects. To create a sample from the post effects signal, please use the export audio video command. The new samples can be found in the current sets project folder under samples processed consolidate. Okay, I guess I got to dig in to find that. Until the set is saved, they remain in a location specified by the temporary folder. Okay. Processed, consolidate. There they are.
Hey.
There's my reverse.
On the celebrate, snitch it, mama, say the let's see now what's the now, never. Let's see what mess, yeah, you know what mess, yeah, exactly, hey.
5 minutes left. .13, linked track editing. Linked track editing makes it possible to use comping workflows, page 301, and other phase-locked editing operations on multiple tracks at once. any track in the arrangement view can be linked so that their content can be edited simultaneously. Yes, Miss Molly.
Can I finish typing on your phone?
Yeah, I got 5 minutes left and then we'll do that, okay? Note, linked track editing is not available in the intro and light editions. Okay, well, should I even learn this then? Since I'm using light, selected tracks can be linked using the linked tracks command. Right click Windows, control click. Yeah, I don't even see linked tracks. I'll just read through it real quick. We'll figure it out. We'll go back to this linked tracks one day when we actually run into it in the software. Let's just read through it to familiarize ourselves, and then I think we'll be done for the day. Where did that start at? Okay. 6.13.1, linking and unlinking tracks. Selected tracks can be linked by using the link tracks command in the right-click Windows. Okay. Control-click Mac context menu. Link tracks command. To link tracks in a group track, page 278, open the group track headers. Right-click Windows, Control-click Mac context menu, and use the link tracks command. Linked tracks display a linked track indicator button in their headers. A track's linked track indicator button right there, which is in let's see. I'm not going to see it, but it would be right here. A track's linked track indicator button. Note that you can create multiple instances of linked tracks in a set. However, each track can only belong to one of these instances. Hovering a track's linked track indicator highlights tracks that are linked together. This can be especially useful for identifying multiple instances of linked tracks. Clicking on a track's linked track indicator selects all tracks that are linked together. To unlink all tracks in an instance of linked tracks, select all tracks in that instance by opening a linked track indicator. Right-click Windows, Control-click Mac context menu, and then choose the unlink tracks command. Unlink tracks, the unlink tracks command. To unlink tracks in a group track, open the group tracks header. The group track headers, right-click Windows, Control-click Mac context menu, and use the unlink tracks command. To link an additional track to an existing instance of linked tracks, first click on the linked track indicator button to select all tracks in that instance. Then add more tracks to the selection while holding the Control Windows Command Mac key and choose the linked tracks command in the right-click Windows Control-click Mac context menu. To remove one or more tracks from an instance of linked tracks, select the corresponding track header and choose Unlinked Tracks from the right-click Windows Control-click Mac context menu. Note that any subset of linked tracks or a mix of linked and unlinked tracks can be linked together by selecting their track headers and clicking the link tracks command in the right-click Windows Control-click Mac context menu. Wow, what did I just read? Okay. 6.13.2, editing linked tracks. This will be the last thing we read for the day. And then we'll start at chapter 7, session view, hopefully next week or 11 months from now, depending on how my streak goes. What's up, Mr. Wonderful? Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm on my tutorial streak. I'm keeping it up. Super tired from a long night of gaming, but it's always good to see you, man. Thanks for always stopping by and saying hello. It means a lot. All right, on the last one here, 6.13.2, editing linked tracks. Once you have created an instance of linked tracks, you can use the following controls and operations to edit these tracks simultaneously. Moving and resizing clips, page 123. Selecting clips and time, page 126, using the time commands, page 128, splitting, page 129, and consolidating clips, page 131. Creating and editing audio clip fades, page 123, when clip edges have matching time positions. Note, matching fades on linked tracks can be adjusted relative to their original values. When linked tracks have matching fades, dragging the fade handles to their original start, end clip edges, then releasing the mouse and then dragging the fade handles to their opposite clip edges will result in fades of equal length. Arming and disarming tracks, page 288. Renaming, inserting, and deleting take lanes, page 302, as well as enabling and disabling audition mode, page 304 on take lanes. Note, this also applies when take lanes are hidden in some linked tracks. All right, cool. All these big. Play the end of this. Cool. All right, well, we made it. Stop that. Let's make this big, F11. So next week, whenever I do this again, the next Ableton, we just finished this, chapter 6, and we're on to chapter 7. Make it as big as possible. Page 135 in the Live 11 manual English PDF. Page 135, also 135 in the PDF, chapter 7, session view. We're going to start right here in Lime's arrangement view, page 113. That is where you are, future Tyler. Start there. Okay. Let's see. Control Alt. There you go in the other tabs. I don't even know if I can do it. Maybe just F11. Okay. Sophie has stolen the light.
Why do you need a light?
Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Wonderful.
Why do you have so much of those?
Oh, it's just when you share your own screen. That's what it looks like. I'm going to go back to this just to show it. That's where we're at. This is where you start next time. Page 135, chapter 7, session view. Love y'all. God bless. See you tomorrow. We're doing politics. I'm going to do my talking about politics, which is I feel probably my greatest natural gift that I want to share more, but I'm learning the software to try to plug up my insecurities as to being a YouTuber, trying to feel like I'm a master of audio, video, and visual. But you know, other people I love, they don't do this at all. The Duran, Garland Nixon, Caleb Maupin, they just get on here and talk. And I probably should just do that every day, but I want to better myself and not just say what I think about things. Although maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I'm just scared. Props to Jamal Thomas for getting all the guests together. It causes me such anxiety to email people, like email Richard Wolf, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't really know who you are. Your channel looks goofy. No, I don't want to be on your show." And then I'm crushed by a hero that I've looked up to for 10 years. When I was doing journalism all the time, I mean, I went to probably the #2 journalism school in the world. You get used to it and you just don't care anymore because you got to get your story done by Friday. So I'll just call somebody else. But I don't know. You get to the point where, hey, if you want to be a part of this, you can ask me, but they're not going to ask me. You got to ask them. And Jamal feels it too. He said it at the end of his stream today. He's like, I got a lot of anxiety about booking guests, and but that's for me to deal with. I like to hear people talk. Anyway, I'm rambling. I need to go to sleep. I love y'all. God bless. See you next week. Peace out. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Wonderful. Take care, everybody.
There's so much of you.
So much of me. In stream.
1, 2, 3, 4.